Alrighty. Let's first get the links. Dream Boys. Let's just hope the connection's good, or else this is not going to go so very well. I have to get the link to the stream first, then I can get shareable link. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Hold up a second. We'll start streaming in a few, guys. Just give me a hot second to share this with all of my things. Get shareable link. Okay. Okay. Give me a hot second to share this with Instagram, then we can figure out the rest of the stuff. Come on, Instagram. Real gamer hours, indeed. I don't know how loud the music is going to be. Is it too loud right now? Just let me know. I can turn it down if need be. But, first I'm gonna see what, cause I really don't have a voice changer, so like if I do Silo, it's not gonna be that beautiful. So let me see what we got right now.
That one kind of sounds okay.
Besides that one. Alright.
Are we ready, boys? Okay. Good. Let me first cut out of the other one. Alright, boys. So this stream, you guys get to help me name the MC, the gender pronouns, and if you guys are interested after the stream, if you listed a specific animal, depending on gender, I will sketch up the MC. So, here we go, boys.
Hey there! Before we start the game, let's get a few things out of the way. First, choose your preferred pronouns.
Alright, boys, what are we gonna choose? Are we gonna choose he, him, she, her, or they, them? Let's see if... I mean, I can always just do the basic thing where it's just they, them, but since I'm letting people choose, we're gonna figure it out. They? Okay. We'll do they, them. Then.
Good, good. Second, what is your name? Type in your name and make it a good one. You won't be able to change it once it is set.
Okay. Name choices. Give it to me, boys. It can be as stupid, it could be food-based, it could be like chicken nugget, like throw them at me. Throw them at me. I'm gonna need a drink while I wait for this thing to catch up. Making sure. Paste the link to the stream as the name. I'm not going to do that because then I'll have to say the link every single time. Big brain time. I could do a random name generator if nobody has an idea. Or we could give them the most basic name. Just in case, I'll get a... Or... Granted, he doesn't use they, them pronouns, but we could use ace. That'd be kind of terrifying, though. Okay, let me see then. We'll do a name generator. We'll do, yeah, character name generator. Random name generator sounds like a decent idea. Okay. So we'll do... Ooh, not 109. We'll do 100. Gender... Hang on. We'll do unisex names. That way it's easy. Okay. We're gonna do generator. And the first name it gives us, we're going to go with that. Generate name. Hayden. Alright. Our MC's name is Hayden then. So... Hayden.
Hayden? How lovely. Very well, you may begin.
And the first thing I'm gonna do is save it. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the volume on the desktop a little bit. Okay.
The TV ends. Another one of these mythical beast hunting shows ended with no results. You'd say you were disappointed, but you expected this. You're a realistic, non-gendered person. Documentary not showing any trace of cryptids doesn't mean there aren't any. You turn off the TV. Now that the hour-long documentary was over, it was just going to be a bunch of crappy infomercials that would make paint drying more interesting. There were worse ways to spend the night, but you digress, and look to your friend. Wow, that was the best documentary yet. Although they totally misrepresented Mothman, he would never put pineapple on his pizza. The wolf in front of you furrows his brow. and signs furiously. He seemed to have made a pretty sound argument. Yeah, but Mothman wouldn't go for the Italian pizza either. He'd get the meat lovers on the account that he eats people. You two continue this surprisingly extremely heated debate about Mothman, finally devolving into which pizza company Mothman would order from, and which pizza company he'd like enough to not eat the pizza men from. He can get really loud when he argues for someone who only speaks in sign.
Whatever. I know he'd definitely order from People John's.
You give a heavy groan at his pun as he silently laughs.
Speaking of cryptids, did you hear about what happened to Easton?
No. What about it? I was just there the other day. I bought those really good chips.
Those kettle-cooked ones? Oh, those are so good.
Oh, it says, oh, those are good. I can't read.
But listen, the place is deserted. Poof! It's like everyone decided to up and move all at once. Just last week, it was a thriving upper-middle-class suburban place with a Whole Foods and brunette women named Tina with half lobs. Now it's completely barren.
I'll let you guys do this choice because it doesn't really matter. So what are we gonna go for, boys? We have a choice between why are you telling me it's not like I know, darn I really like those chips, or you don't think it's like cryptid or monster related, do you? See? Okay. You don't think it's like cryptid or monster related, do you?
That's what I was thinking. People don't just up and leave like that. And come to think of it, there have been a lot of
disappearances lately. Yeah, not to mention the increased cryptid sightings. 83 signs somewhat hesitantly. Oh yeah, 83 signs somewhat hesitantly. I forgot the character's name is 83. Trying to make sure he words his thoughts correctly as he tries to wrap his head around this.
It's weird though, isn't it? The thought of people vanishing like this out of the blue? There one day, the next... gone?
His expression drops from pondering to downright cringe. You can't remember the last time you saw your friend this bothered by something. Huh, strange. I didn't know you would get so worked up over this. Normally, I'm the one questioning the cryptid stuff.
I can't question it? Or be unsettled by the fact that dozens of people are gone in less than a day?
You can, but just be careful with it, or you'll get roped into saving everybody like last time. He begins to sign frantically, clearly agitated at your remark.
No, that was stupid. No one in the whole rebel base spoke sign language. They just took my silence as a yes and sent me on mission after mission while all of those degenerates sat around and...
You put your hand on his, stopping him from signing so hard before he hurts himself. He sighs in resignation. You give him a worried look before smiling and speaking up. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Nah.
He is not amused at your sense of humor.
Anyway, you're right, but maybe we should go check it out. We might find some cool cryptids.
Can't read. Alright, I think I'll do this choice. Since Hayden is kind of dastardly, we'll do, yeah, maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, I knew you couldn't resist the urge to go explore the unknown. We can go in the morning. I'll grab my Wispin.
You stop in mid-sign to cut off that terrible, terrible idea.
No way. Last time you brought your Wispin, you almost shot a rocket wisp at me. So you want us to go to a potentially haunted town where people disappeared, mind you, with potential monsters and threats, without any weapons.
Well, when you put it that way...
I'm bringing my Wispin.
We can go tomorrow morning. Easton's not too far from here. Meet me at my place first thing in the morning, okay? He gives you a sheepish glance before flashing a determined and excited smile. You both part ways that night, eager for your adventure with your best friend in the morning. You stayed there because it's like your apartment. Where else are you going to go? Dang you, Sassy. Ever since you started watching Legend Crackers on the Egg Network, you dreamed of embarking on one of those adventures, exploring the vast unknown and maybe discovering something new. In fact, you cannot sleep. You're so jazzed up that you get out of bed and decide to research cryptid sightings around the area. Let's see, missing persons, national emergency. Figures. Local news doesn't seem all that interested in the cryptid sightings. In a huff of disappointment, you look out your window. The sky seems darker than usual, and not because of the rain. Darkness. A dreary, cold, spine-chilling whisper of crippling fear. Wait, that's it. You nearly forgot about this weird book you in 83 picked up at the library. No title, no summary on the back, not even a Dewey Decimal number on the spine. All you could make out was the strange symbols. Hieroglyphs? Ruins? Whatever these markings were on the cover. Something about this book piqued your interest, and against 83's frantic signing, you checked it out. What better time to read it than now? You light a candle, because electricity is expensive, and open the tome. The first few pages labeled as eldest and middle seem to have been ripped and torn apart. However, you can make out the following disjointed words. Influence, 3, plague, embrace, murder, souls, and overcome. Out of the corner of your peripheral vision, you could have sworn you saw a pair of eyes. A feeling of unease settles just above the hairs on your arms. Was it always so chilly in your room? Wrapping one of your spare blankets around yourself, you shrug off the goosebumps and resume reading. Something strange is written in this chapter. Something about an item? Energy controller. A long time ago, Middle made gifts for eldest and youngest. Middle made them with the stardust of their first galaxy. The trio of gods ever made. Middle made them to remind his brothers of their eternal love and change. Youngest does not like change. Hello and welcome to the stream, boys. You turn the page, landing on a scratched up symbol. You begin to read a page simply labeled as youngest. It isn't coherent at all. In fact, there is a mashup of discombobulated words and phrases. Oh yeah, warning, I stumble over my words, so this might be a hard reading. You need to squint your eyes even to read as the writing becomes messier and messier. As your vision blurs, you begin to look over the nonsensical sentences. The turntable aborts, the satellite gutter reverts past life, an apparent propaganda rants behind life. An interference primes a damned. Life defeats energy across the Roman poster. I'm drinking soda, I shouldn't do that. An exhibit tears murder near an alternate voice. Murder tails control behind an approximate shot. Control advertises underneath murder, and to control what's murder. The only waits in desperation, the endless destiny foretold by the fate of him, his endless screams in fear. He to swallow, creating the perfect slaves. Mortal no more screams the youngest, as the tumors of Sion, I think I'm saying that right. Is it Cian? Or Sion? Eyes, sharp teeth, and I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'll go with Cyan. Yeah, Cyan. Give me a hot second. The legend seems to end abruptly, as if the very words from the book were torn out of the pages. No, not torn. Burned. It seems to be that whoever published the book meant an untimely end, and whoever murdered the author must have... Out of nowhere you are overwhelmed with pure exhaustion. You close the mysterious book and stumble to your bed. For some odd reason, the word control is stuck in your mind. I can see Sonic, Shadow, and Silver's little controllers in the mirror thing back there if you look near the bed. And like all these pictures on the wall are faded panels from the comic, I believe. Almost as if there's a hand, labeled control, tugging at the receptors in your brain. You pinched yourself to make sure you really weren't in a B-rated horror movie. Your mind raced with endless possibilities. Endless possibilities are never ending. For the day tomorrow. Salem the kitty cat. I play this lately, though. I feel that. As images of your friend, the book, and Easton, as you remembered it, played through your mind, you began to slowly drift off to sleep. And what I'm gonna do is save. Right. Yeah, there. You had a fitful sleep that night, overly excited about going on an urban exploration. Morning came by fast, and the next thing you knew, you were up and about, opening the door for your vocally challenged friend. Good morning. Are you ready to go? Are all you heroes just morning people? You know I can't handle noise in the morning. Oh, right. Mute. Remembering your excitement from the other day, you instantly slap yourself awake. You quickly throw on whatever fits and feels loose and comfortable, stuffing some snacks into your backpack. No one can go urban exploring on an empty stomach, you know. You return to your friend, bag full of snacks and those delicious kettle-cooked chips. You start getting dressed and start to grab your bag when you notice something. 3 items lay on your bed sheets. Were they there before? You don't necessarily care because it's free stuff. Walking towards your bed, you pick up and inspect each of the 3 strange items. The first item you find is a single stem of a purple snapdragon flower. Despite the flower being a single stem, it looks freshly cut. What a rare color. Oh yeah, boys, are we going Xylo or scrap on this route? Because I think I said on community posts that if we wanted to go a specific route, which is, you know, going with the MC, where you play as quote-unquote yourself or whatever, you can either go for Xylo or scrap. So I'll let you guys pick that, but like, soon our choices will matter. The second item is a strange-looking amulet. It grows ominously, and for some reason, it unsettles you. Oh yeah, if we do go for Xylo, it's gonna be kinda hard if I remember a certain way of going about it. The third and last item looks like a damaged photo. You look very, very cautious picking this item up, as it looks like it was made a very, very long time ago. Strange. This item makes your heart ache, but you don't know why. You put the items very carefully in a small pocket in your bag. You don't know why, but these items are going to be very useful later on. As I said, the choices matter, guys. With the last look around your room, you walk out to meet back up with your mute friend. Ready, willing, and able.
Great. Let's go.
I know it looks like I'm frantically saving, but believe me, it does matter as time goes on. Jesus Christ, we are not sinning. I mean, I may be sinning with playing this game, but you know what? I don't care, because we're playing a visual novel. Anyways.
See? I told you. Not a soul in sight.
Your friend whips his head around nervously, hoping to find some sign of life, only to be met with decrepit buildings and silence. Yeah, it's like a ghost town here. I wish we brought something more than snacks now.
Are you sure you want to stay here, dude? I feel like we're being watched.
No. It's fine. Let's just look around and leave before it gets too dark, okay?
But it's sunset. And night comes after sunset. Is it my imagination, or do I hear something too?
What is this game? It is called The Lover of Me. It is a visual, quote-unquote, dating sim based on the comic known as The Murder of Me by GGD on, but other, GG, on, DeviantArt. Definitely not being watched. Well, which choice should we go, boys? Because I don't think this one matters, if I remember correctly. And as I said a little bit earlier, if you guys want to go with Xylo or Scrap, it may be difficult because I kind of don't remember how to do Xylo's route because it's been a while since I've played this, because I've been trying to unlock Sonic, Shadow, and Silver's routes. But you know what? We can work on it, okay? Murder? Yes, murder. Indeed, it's murder. Option 1? Okay, we'll do option 1. It's just the wind. We're fine.
Yeah, just the wind. The wind sounds an awful lot like a person.
Oh dear God. I don't have the effects for this one, but you know what? We're gonna go with my no effects thing just to make it echoey and see what happens.
That's because it is someone.
Oh dear God. I have to switch back and forth. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, that wasn't you, was it?
Oh dear God, I hate this.
Oh, you speak with your hands, but in the end, you're all still just clueless mortals who are trespassing, no less. So, what do you expect us to do about trespassers. This is what we do to trespassers.
Silence filled the ghost town as you went wide-eyed at your friend. Pure shock coursing through your veins at what you just saw. He... 83. Did this gloomy monster just fatally injure your friend? You remember what he had said to you just yesterday. People there one moment and the next gone. Wolfblade 83! No! You reach out for your friend as his body collapses to the ground, staining the dirt road. Falling to your knees, you desperately try to shake him awake. He may have been mute, but he was practically the only voice of reason out of the both of you. Oh, and your best friend. That, too. Oh dear God, here we go again.
Look at you, so worried about your dead friend. When you should be worried about yourself.
Oh my God. Okay. Before you could even check his pulse, the canine-like beast speaks up once more. Shoot.
Now the only thing left to ask is, what do we do with you?
Oh dear God. Okay. You stand there, questioning just what kind of cryptid this thing is. Oh shoot.
My poor, sweet, delusional morsel.
You stand up, staring into this creature's emotionless, glowing cyan eyes. Stunned, stupid, and confused, you try to correct the murderous hyena. Don't you mean mortal?
Did I stutter? Might I show you the same treatment as I have with your friend? What could you possibly do?
What makes you think you can just murder my friend like this? Despite your shouting, the creature doesn't change his expression. Just what kind of monster are you? Oh God.
Monster? Oh, no. I am no monster.
The beast's voice is soft, jagged teeth showing as though cyan eyes burn. I keep messing up the word.
I am soulless.
Panic begins to settle in your chest. This beast, this furry, multi-eyed, deviant art hellspawn, now had his eyes on you. Your heart begins to race as you try to think about something, anything. All right, boys, are we gonna flirt? Are we gonna go with Scrap's route, or are we gonna go down a different route? If I can remember exactly how to do Xylos, then we can go Xylo. But if you guys want to go Scrap's route, we got Scrap in the palm of our hand. Option 3, okay. Maybe you can throw him off guard. But what would throw off a creepy dork like this? Those, Okay, guys, give me something to type. Those, something, make.
What are we gonna go with, boys? Aw. Eyes? Okay. Those eyes make your blank look. Give me a word, guys. Those eyes make your blank look. Your face, make your face look. Your eyes make your face look. Give me something, boys. Give me something. Face. Your eyes make your face look face. Okay. Those eyes make your face look face. I can't believe I'm doing this.
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me in my decades of living. I'm going to take you home and see if Master will let me keep you.
Wait, what? On the plus side, it seemed to work. You didn't suffer the same fate as poor Agent 83. But now he was dragging you, Lord knows where, to meet his master of his. Oh shoot, here we go again with his voice.
Welcome to the sacred grounds of our master. Did you have a nice trip? Shoots.
The whole deadly silent walk to this dingy cave just had to come to the thrilling conclusion of you tumbling down into a pitch black abyss. Ow! Why the hell did you push me off of that shallow cliff? That was a bit extreme, don't you think? Oh dear God.
Cease the noise that comes from that hole in your face. It will disrupt the quiet of our god's domain.
Is he speaking to you now? Telling you to be quiet when he was standing at the surface shouting? So far he hasn't shut his furry little mouth. This whole silent walk has been nothing but
Master this, master that. Barbecue sauce is the best.
And now here you sit on your rear end at the bottom of a murky, damp cavern floor. You struggle to your feet as the hyena jumps down without harm in front of you. Oh shoot.
I know you mortals bruise like a banana, but come on, you're down and out for one little fall, are ya?
Oh boy. I think since we're kind of going the scrap route, I will try my best to get us the scrap route. Promises I will try. It's probably not gonna be the best, but you know what, I'll try. You didn't have to push me.
Oh dear God, here we go. It was the quickest way to get you to fall for me.
Oh gods. It makes puns. Thinking about it, that was actually as heartthrob-inducing as the adrenaline you felt when being pushed off a hill. How romantic? Did you just make a pun? 83 used to make puns too. The thought gets you down, remembering the fact that your only friend was gone. Yet for some reason you couldn't find the strength to cry or even be upset. Almost as if the very
air in the cave was thick with nullification. Not to mention the tight grip this disgusting beast had on your wrist. As long as he likes you, maybe he won't see it coming when you inevitably stab him in the back and in his stupid eyes and stupid face. That would make for good revenge, right? Oh, shoot.
I guess I just did. No one ever wants to talk about me. Only a mortal like you would be interested in me. To go as far as to say, compliment me after all, makes me blush. Well, as close to blushing as a perfect being like myself can get to experience. I'm gonna save it real quick. Okay.
You question what he means, but decide not to ask. He's leading you somewhere. A secluded hole in the cave? What?
I love this so much.
Okay. Now wait just a moment here.
Frick. The purple hyena leads you into an office of some sort. There's baby Xylo. There's a Xylo plush. You see some odd images and plushies of a ball of gray fluff with the same eyes as him. Where exactly are you?
Oh, dear God.
There we are.
God. The beast returns with a clipboard. On the top page, you see a label that reads Solus Selections.
Allow me to add your name to this list. What was your name again?
Ah, shoot. Hayden.
Hayden is fit for perfection.
What are you? Oh dear God.
I switch back and forth. Hush! I'm writing. Wonderful. Hopefully Master will agree with me.
Master?
Oh, shoot. This back and forth stuff's going to get me
I was
quick.
like, you should meet him and get his approval for your right to live. And then, if he doesn't revoke it, we can go to my office and talk about me more. Oh, I am Scrap, Master's loyal secretary. Shoot.
I have to go back and forth. This is not okay.
You two continue your trek further into the depths of the cavern. Oh, shoot.
Not too long now, mortal. Oh, watch the corpses.
Words fail you as you stumble over pieces of decayed flesh and dismembered body parts. The smell makes your stomach turn, but you dare not show any sign of fear. With every step, you begin to feel as if more and more of reality, and well, yourself is being taken away. You stay eerily silent. The only sound is the echoing footsteps as the two of you walk further, and further into the dark chasm. Let's face it, you did say you wanted to worship the dark god that you didn't even know the name of. Oh yeah, we didn't pick that choice, MC. Looking back on it, you really should have paid more attention to legend crackers when they started talking about cults. Oh shoot.
I can smell your fear, mortal. Are you afraid?
He looks at you, an eyebrow raised and stopping. Oh, he looks at you, an eyebrow raised and stopping just before an entryway of some kind. You gulp nervously, putting on your best fake BS, courageous voice. No, not at all.
So you are afraid.
Shoot. The furry fanfiction fodder smacks your back.
Don't worry. You may be perfect now, but just wait until you see God. He'll make you perfect. Now that you are here, and within inches away from entering my lord's throne room, I gotta save.
The unsettling hyena steps in front of you, his glowing cyan eyes staring at you. You try your best to hide your sweat, as his cyan eyes burn your very soul.
Mortals usually never see Master until I deem them worthy. So let me see if you are worthy of being in the same room as God. Master would more than likely ask you on the spot if you don't even know who he is after all. Damn. You can't imitate that, bro.
Alright. You hear him snicker from this comment. Also, I want to make sure that I get his name right. I know his name, but I know if I screw it up, it's gonna close off of me, and then it's gonna be like, oh crap, we're gonna have to go back and do it. So give me a hot second, because I do know how to spell it, it's just I don't want to mess up on this. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Fun little game. You mortals like those pointless things, yes?
All eyes are on you. It's time to play a game of trivia, and your life is on the line. If only Legend Crackers taught you how to get out of life or death situations. And I'm gonna save before he even starts asking questions, because I know I will screw something up. Because I remember all the answers, it's just I may screw up.
This will be fun. First question. What is God's name? Simo. Hush now, cretin. Not so close to God's throne room. If you address Master by name, he will ash you. Now, since it seems that you actually do know what God you'll be addressing, tell me, what is Master the God of? Everything. Ah, interesting. Has God always been the embodiment of everything and nothing? Yes, of course. God has always been everything and nothing. Even a newborn can see that. I'm saving frantically. God is everything and nothing embodied. Master can perform any task. God is perfect in all ways, and he has every right now, to know this and be worshipped as such. Since you seem to have somehow survived this long, let's roll in something very tricky. Do you believe that God murdered his brothers out of defense? He was betrayed. Of course, he was betrayed. Good for nothing. Now, to your last 3 questions. What is the color the color of Master's energy controller?
If I remember correctly, it is turquoise. Shoot. Good thing I saved. It's aqua. There we go. See
What I mean by messing up? Ah, yes. You surely do know Master. Almost as much as I know him. I would also have accepted Scion, but since you want to be fancy, not that I am jealous or anything, Master likes overachievers, which I very much am. I work harder than any other brain dead zombie here. Anyway, does our lord have quills on his back?
Now, I may mess up on this one, because I think it's no, but it might be yes. We're gonna find out, because I remember doing this, but it was probably wrong. Shoot, yes, I was wrong. Okay. I remember, like, something. Okay.
Not too shabby. But here's the most important question. Why does Master refer to his brothers by their names? It's out of respect. Wow. I honestly didn't expect anyone to get this far.
So, this scrap character has you as his captor. I can't read. And you're about to meet his god. Before he pulls out a clipboard from his chest fur, we're gonna save, because that's the smart thing to do. And Xylo's gonna do some shit. Okay.
Back and forth. I need to quickly break down that you passed my test. This paperwork shouldn't take long. Now, I just need to fill out my information first. What Solus is recommending you? ShadAmy, of course. And I'm Solus number 754569234590259002.
Okay. Looks like he needs to fill out information for himself first. He grows quiet as he focuses. You then realize during the silence of the silence. There should maybe be a comma in that sentence. You then realize during the silence of the 3 items you found on your bed, but he does look busy. Regardless, you go into your bag as he isn't looking. You wanna know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give him
the flower. You grab the purple rare snapdragon from your bag with care. Scrap notices it immediately and assumes the worst.
Oh, did you bring a weapon with you? I'd like to see you try to attack Master or his followers with that. Oh, shoot.
A weapon? You pull out the flower in full view of view for Scrap, who is stunned by the gesture. No, it's nothing like that at all. You watch as the soulless tenderly takes the flower from you, and his cheeks turn red. Oh dear God.
Ugh. Why? This is purple, like me. Did you pick this just for me?
Shoot. You look to the side, nervously. Do you like it?
Like it? It's perfect, like me. And when the flower's one dies, it will turn into skeletal heads that look like the tortured souls Mr. consumes on the daily. How romantic.
Wait. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Okay, where is it? Hold up, I messed up. Scroll down, my guy. Please, I need to read. I messed up. This is gonna take like a minute for me to scroll. Wait, did snapdragons do that? You don't have a cell phone with you to bother looking it up, but this terrifying creature, okay, who did murder your friend, but the fact that he had a side to him that was not at all, well, monstrous made you wonder. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna save in the middle of when Xylo does crap too. Does this follower have a heart at all? He smiles at you, strangely enough, but only for a moment, before he straightens back up and looks at you in the eye. Oh, shoot.
Here we go again. I appreciate the gesture, but I now have to file this form into my office, and you are about to meet my master. Shoot.
He grins widely at the idea. Oh,
I suppose you have earned your worth to see God upon his throne, but understand, my way of killing you is considered mercy. The moment you mess up in front of Master, well, you won't see if you make such a mistake. We're gonna get
screwed! You take a deep breath of relief. You pass the strange, soulless test with flying colors, and most of that you just guessed. But now, I didn't guess. I only messed up like 2 times. You take a big hard gulp at what's to come, because you're about to meet him. The soulless grabs your arms, and he brings you forward. The cold is heightening, chilling your very blood. The soulless hyena thing extends his arm out, gesturing to the pitch-black emptiness of the entryway. His toothy smile, catching the light off his eyes from one of the very minimal light sources. Ooh, hello. Looking ahead, you think you see a faint glow. A lot of faint glows. Eyes, and from a distance, you see it. What is that now? No. Who is that? Panicking, you try to back up, but the purple freak sealed you in. Your only option is to keep going forward. As you get closer, everything is heavier. I should probably, hang on. Mm-mm. The very air itself is so thick. It becomes hard to breathe. It smells like the sea, frozen into dirt and ice. It's dirty. You feel like the closer you get, the worse it feels. Your head is spinning. You want to run, but you can't. He won't let you. I'm gonna save real quick. I know it's getting closer to when he does stuff, so we gonna get screwed. A group of eyes peer at you from ahead. It's silent, almost deafening. Shadows in every corner, glowing orbs that grew closer to your very being. Oh dear God. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh my. Lost in perfect soul. Yes. Mister, you must come and see this mortal. The sphere that radiates from this mortal. It is delicious.
Shoot. The noise from those strange, shadowy apparitions begins to grow louder. I'm not gonna even try and change the voice thing.
This one reeks of death, Master. How delightful. A new morsel. They will serve Master well. Yes, they will.
Be silent.
I didn't even have to say it. Oh, heck yeah. I didn't have to say the line because the previous silo voice actor has already said it within the dub, so they got the voice clip. He's not gonna always say something, though, mind you, so I'm gonna have to read a silo. Your heart nearly stops as the loud, booming voice echoed throughout the cave. Dreary and heavy silence follows right after. Fearing for your life, and running out of your jokey comments, you stay frozen in place like a statue. Wisps of cyan energy swirl around your legs. You feel as if the nerves inside are being manipulated, beckoning you to move closer and closer, until you are face to face with this being. Oh, shoot. Bro, this is gonna be hard to do. Warning, this is not gonna be my best performance.
I gotta find the perfect one. Okay.
Okay. Imagine if Xylo talked like this.
Okay, no. Let's do this. Now, who is it that we have here?
Shoot, I have to do this every time, I'm sorry. I have to go back and forth to turn off the effect. No matter how much your feelings of self-preservation fought your legs to stop moving, no matter how much fear and adrenaline shot through your body, something compelled you to march forward. It was almost an alluring, tingly feeling. Wisps of teal swirled from your legs to your very being, pulling you closer and closer to this master of everything. I'm going to die. You remember the Legend Crackers episode where they briefly mentioned the religious rumor those who gazed upon the face of God went mad. But mad with what exactly? The being was shorter than you had originally thought, towering at around 6'5". Bro, that's tall. I'm 5'4", bro. You giant. What am I using for voice changing? I use voice mod, but I don't use it, I haven't paid for a monthly subscription for it. So, the effects kind of die. You can use, effects once per day for certain things, but if it's no effect, then you're fine, because that's just straight. But, with the other things, you have to pay money for it. Okay. Tall, and appearing as a mass of grayish silver fur, Scion eyes lit his face up ever so slightly, save for the deep black slit of a pupil that seemed to pierce your very soul. Oh dear God.
Your thoughts are making too much noise, child. Not to mention, your free will appears to be quite high. Let me adjust it as such. I'm gonna say real quick, bro. Like, real quick. Because screw you, Silo. Alright.
A piece of your very soul seems to burn with an agonizing pain. The longer this beast stared at you, your body was trembling. His rich scion aura pulling you closer before stopping you a small distance away from himself. Oh yeah. Warning, it will say, the user of my account, which is
Not my actual name on it, so thank God. A pathetic shut-in, calling themselves Hayden, seems to have nothing better to do than play a game with God. Funny, I thought other pests called you Lavi. I should do an accent. We're going to do British, because I can do it. I'm a Scottish. Scottish would sound terrible. You creatures. Okay, I'm definitely not doing that. You creatures always did have a knack for trying to be something you are not. Shoot.
okay. God's presence brushes against you with the force of a blizzard. You feel numb just by being near him. It? You're not sure. It doesn't matter. Seems the god is quiet. Again. You don't know why you can say that won't anger the cyan-eyed deity. It was then that you suddenly remembered. The items! The things from the very beginning. You knew there was a reason for them being on your bed mysteriously. Gods like offerings anyways, right?
Don't call me your prey. Careful, my prey. If you dare offer your god something of value, I may reject it. I am very, very peculiar.
Right. He can hear your thoughts. Of course he can. He's God after all. And now you have to worry about his wrath again. Taking a deep breath, you pick. Bros, I'm going the high road. This is probably, if I don't remember the exact pickings for Xylo's route, because he's the one that I struggle with the most in order to unlock every single route, but we gonna try. For the amulet. God's eyes are in surprise as you pull out the strange amulet that was on your bed. You barely have time to even give it to him before it's lifted from your hands. God inspects the amulet as if it made him look less cold. He looked less terrifying. Xylo looks at you, then looks to the amulet. You don't know why, but you ask, Master, what is that? God doesn't look at you as he stares at the amulet.
Shoot. A gift worthy of your god.
That is the only thing that he says before he places the amulet in his hair. Wait, does he store things in his hair? Huh. You have those creatures' eyes. The ghost in Easton. I saw. Bro, don't get mad. You're an amazing character, but I fear Ace more. This intimidating being scowled at your words. Ooh, he's spicy. The cold spice. You feel a violent shock of energy course through your muscles, beckoning your body to fall to your knees before the higher being. You were shaking. Your chest tightened. Everything quivered. A fear response you couldn't control. You just couldn't find the strength to rise. Shoot.
You dare compare your god to those disappointing worms? I bless them with my eyes. They're made in my image. But you are below them. The dirt surrounding them. How about I do all living creatures a favor and clean it? I have eradicated entire settlements for lesser insults made by your kind. And I do not see a reason to keep you living longer.
Aw, man! God's going to murder you. That's what you thought, at least. This is the murder of me. That's what ran through your mind. You couldn't move or do much else. Let's see. Oh no, I probably picked
The wrong thing. You are imperfect. This is to be expected.
You had to find a way for him to lay you back up before you end up like 83. But what would you say? Scott is so quiet, so unnerving. The mere sight of him makes you feel as if your very blood is boiling with such a violent coldness. You take a long look at the cold ground below yourself as you lift your head back up to him. With a meek voice you say, "Oh shoot. I don't know if I remember the one of this. The shoot. I'm a little caught up on this one. Hold up a second. Come on, come on. I'm trying to think. Because if we're not gonna get Xylo, then we're gonna get Scrap. Okay. Let's see. Okay. As long as I don't say the wrong thing, we're cool. As long as I'm not terrible in choosing. Your hair is so luxurious. Do you condition it?
Yes.
Someone end me now. Xylo, please kill me.
Oh, he spoke to you. I mean, that was a start. But you felt another surge of power course through your body. It almost stung. It burned like a bony wine itch you didn't want to scratch. So deep you feared you'd tear your skin or muscle to get to it.
But, okay, but, I am more than physical attributes, you know. Such a strange feeling. That
Hatred. That bubbled in your stomach earlier for this glorious, higher being has fled you. Now when you glanced up at his face, you only felt this faint feeling of adoration. Adoration? Brother, you're doing it wrong. Even the inklings of passing infatuation, being enamored? You feel as if something is being taken from you, stolen. Even though he wasn't showing it, you couldn't help but feel that underneath his pouty lip and brooding eyes, he was being a smug little something. Smug? No, that wasn't the word for him.
Superlative.
Exquisite? Why were you suddenly finding him more and more bearable? Why did you suddenly find the thought of being around him? Uh-oh, he's probably expecting an answer. But what do I say? You are truly the god of everything. Nobody can compare to you, master. I'm probably wrong on this one. Okay, I didn't screw up. Because if I screwed up, it would have exited out of the game and then we'd have to start over with the choices. He was doing something. He had to. Some sort of voodoo? Godly powers? Well, he was a god. But something more along the lines of a personality adjustment? It sounded crazy, but there are many cryptids and beasts that did it. Wendigos? Duend? Why couldn't a god? You felt the tight hold on your muscles loosen, almost as if you were no longer frozen in place.
Tell me more.
Bro. I will tell you more. I'm kidding. MC will tell you more. I'm making this entire thing a joke because I've already played it out, bro.
Trembling, you stumble over your words and say,
My lord, without you, I am nothing. Aw, the little bell thing.
There was silence again. The atmosphere in the room wasn't as weighted. Can't read. Those eyes were cold and brooding, yet felt no different at the same time. Those godly eyes, admittedly, were beyond beautiful, truly elegant, debonair, stunning. You wonder why such a breathtaking being was even on Mobius to begin with. Wait, were you even on Mobius? His eyes bore into you, seeming to steal everything from your mind, almost as if he was feasting on your memories. You digress, forcing your thoughts to quiet down. Master, those beings, those ghosts, do they have a name?
Oh, shoot.
they are my soulless. Too well to remember their title.
Okay. You nodded his demand before speaking up again. God, Words fail to come to you the more you gaze upon him. He's quiet now. Perhaps you can start asking him some things.
The only question that says master there was this book. I'm gonna take a hot second to get a drink because it hurts to talk after a while.
Glad I could have five people watching. Master, he raises a brow in curiosity as you speak up. There is a book I was reading. It had these strange symbols on it. There were pages that were torn out and part of the page was burned. Is there a reason for that?
Bro, don't give me that. You, Lavi, assume that your god is responsible for the panic and outlash of that worthless city.
It wasn't a question. I shouldn't have read it as a question. He puts it so matter-of-factly. No, I'm not assuming, the symbols in the book kept the same triangle that is carved into your cave walls, and the only page left in that book was one labeled youngest. Ugh.
Are you attempting to ask a question? Or make a connection? Oh no!
Okay. I gotta be careful with my choice, or else he's gonna screw me over. Royally, mind you. Cause you don't wanna say his name, or else you're gonna turn to dust. And we all know what happens when you turn to dust. You never go back.
Master, I humbly ask you, what happened in your past?
Oh, please tell me this is not...
An option I screwed myself over. You are not worthy of knowing.
Okay, so I didn't screw myself over. That's good. I can maybe explain this to you, Star Overlord. Xylo is the only god that's left in the murder of me. Like, canon-wise for the comic that Gigi works on, Celios and Hephis are dead. So the only god that's left is Xylo, and Xylo's technically everything, because he's the only quote-unquote god of everything. Sonic, Silver, and Shadow only have god powers thanks to Hephis making them quote-unquote their copies. And if I remember, yeah, there's only like demigods in the murder of me, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on it. He's strangely silent. Just how powerful are you? Bro, you shouldn't have asked that question, Hayden. Hayden, you just pulled a big dumb. Hayden, you just pulled a big dumb. Your blood runs cold as Xylo looks at you.
Are you aware of what I am capable of? Insect?
If only I had a decent voice changer. You stay still, silent, innocently staring into his bright pools of cyan eyes. I don't know
If drawn, the other one that I
used for scraps would work for this one. Let me see.
Okay. That's too dark. Yeah, we're gonna have to work with this one. Speak.
Okay.
Since he's the god of everything and nothing, we're gonna go with the bottom answer.
Master, you are everything and nothing. Your power is unlimited.
Yes, I do have knowledge.
So, you have been paying attention, Lavi. I suppose you have earned your right to witness my immeasurable abilities.
I hate this scene so much. Just because of the shakiness, I'm sorry.
Your head spins as you're suddenly transported to some sort of strange space. You assumed it's space. After all, there were stars and beautiful colors all around you. In the center of it all was a large cyan eye that stared deeply into your soul as alien debris was sucked into the center, almost like a black hole. Where am I? You hear a...
Ooh, I hate that.
You hear a reverberating echo in your head as you float in this endless space.
This universe used to be full of many worlds, separate, encompassing realities similar yet separate from your own. This is merely a small fraction of the power I wield.
What? What happened to it? What did you do?
There's a pause in the silence.
It displeased me.
It displeased me.
He destroyed an entire universe?
Yes, I did.
You no longer felt safe in your skin. This god knew everything you thought and felt. This had to be a dream, right? God seems to be progressing the movement of the stars right in front of your eyes. Was he showing off? Almost immediately, you see a bright flash of light as you get teleported back to where you began, in front of Xylo.
Now that you will understand my limited perfection, you will understand just how easily I can erase you if you bore me.
You gulp anxiously as you are forced to kneel before God again.
If I were you, pest, I would choose my next words carefully. Do you choose to follow me, or do you dare forsake your God of everything? I choose to follow you. We're only going to do that because I don't want to be typing a paragraph.
And he doesn't like being called Xylo. Fully, anyway, so.
I choose to follow you, Master.
You have ceased your brief amusement past beyond. Huh?
Where'd he... Oh, where'd you? I can't read.
The deity had vanished before your very eyes. This was so odd. This whole day. Has it even been a day? What time was it? Looking around, you see the same hallway you were just in. Where did he go? Why did he leave you? Now you're surrounded by nothing but silence and...
Oh dear God, here we go again, bros.
So, how did it go? Well, master has that effect on people. But you never have that. So, the miracle that you still exist, and the more surprising fact your soul is intact, I need to make sure you don't try anything funny. Our master has far more important things to do than babysit you. You questionably appealing creature. Oh,
Are we gonna get Scrap's route? He gives a wicked grin as his eyes glow brightly. Without any sort of warning, the hyena's words become disjointed. Suddenly, there is black surrounding your peripheral. Your head feels fuzzy, your vision going blurry, and for a second, you feel like you're gonna vomit. You stumble back before catching yourself against the cold cavern wall. What's going on? I can't feel my legs.
just let the sound do its work, creature. But
Oh no! You start to feel weaker and weaker. As you lay on the cold cavern floor, you hear the beast say one last thing.
welcome to the Silo Cave.
And now we can finally save. As you open your eyes, you find a strangely familiar setting. Easton. Wait, I'm back here? Wasn't I just in a cave? How did I end up here? I should maybe change it to like Amy voice. Because it probably doesn't sound very good because I'm not differentiating the voices. Looking around, the scenery is still the same. Even oddly enough, you cannot recall anything from the previous day. Almost as if it was forgotten. The only things you remember are bright cyan eyes and the lyrics to the safety dance for some obscure reason. Safety dance. I wonder where 83 is. Usually he goes exploring with me when it comes... Oh, shoot. I said I was going to use an Amy voice, wasn't I?
I wonder where 83 is. Usually he goes exploring with me when it comes to ghost towns. He probably chickened out. For being an agent of the Resistance, he really is a fraidy cat. Fraidy wolf.
Something about 83 seems to set a pit in your stomach, as if thinking about it was painful. A feeling similar to grief. As if things weren't puzzling enough, you feel less comedic. Jokes were hard to make, and you began to feel as if someone was watching you. No. Thinking about it, you feel hollow, almost emotionless. Odd. You know you're all alone out here, and yet you feel the urge to speak aloud, as if there was someone along with you. There was no heat that surrounded your being. No, not like there normally would be. This town, it felt chilling. Not cold or wintry, but almost autumn. Strange, wasn't it early spring?
Strange.
Oh.
Strange. Where'd this come from?
You look at the book that is securely hooked onto your belt. Kinda like an old tome. Weird. You look around, seeing that Easton has 4 branching pathways. You feel an urge to explore this place, but for the life of you, you cannot understand why. Something about the 4 paths fills you with a sense of personal conflict. There are 4 paths, north, south, east, and west. Where do you want to go? Okay. This is getting interesting, boys. we're gonna do north. You look straight ahead at the sunset before you. Something about it is calling to you, so you take a few steps to the north of the ghost town. The old chip factory on the edge of town. It always carried a salty scent around this part. Made people hungry. For chips, or a trip to the sea. You could almost smell it over the lingering sense of rot, mold, and decay that now clings to every crevice. Even now, there were only remnants left. It'd be only a short while until there was nothing left. But with nothing else to lose, this town had a strange sense of comfort about it. Like a world of once humanistic desires and pleasures, except there was nobody there to take it. Not anymore.
What's this?
You see a familiar symbol on this page. Almost as if you've seen it before. Looking at the strange hieroglyph, it fills you with a rush of energy. You feel even more determined to run around Easton. For no reason, of course. It feels as if you've downed an insane amount of pixie sticks and are ready to take on anything.
Unable to recall anything of the previous day, you shrug off the sense of familiarity and neatly fold the paper up, placing it in your pocket. Something is telling me there's more to this town. A voice in my head is telling me to check that scratched paper. I wonder if there's a way out.
You stand in the rich amber glow of the sun as it sets. We're gonna look at the paper, boys. You investigate the tattered scrap of paper. There are burn marks around the edges, obvious wear and tear, and symbols resembling a large, rich blue circle. Looking at this paper sparks a burning rush of energy in you. The title can barely be made out. It reads Eldest. There are just disjointed words that have been burned or scratched off by an unknown source. Start reading is big. That is all you're able to make of the scrap. Scrap.
Something is telling me there's more to this town. I wonder if there's a way out.
Okay, it's just gonna repeat the words. So what we're gonna do is this is okay. I wonder if there's yeah. We already went north, so we're going south. Okay. Alright. Almost as if your body is on autopilot, you find yourself walking towards the shadow. This area was the most unsettling. The stench is heavier here in this dead zone. Tufts of stubborn grass are faded and brittle. What was an old apartment building looked like the descent into the belly of a beast. Broken wood hung over you like teeth, brick-like skeletal remains, and metal-like twisting fingers reaching out to lure you in. Most doors still stood sturdy in their frames. They were a little dirty, but if you only focused on the doors, you'd expect people to come out as if nothing had changed. Broken roof tiles lay in the streets and gardens, and crusty, dry paint faded from walls and fences.
Oh, what's this?
Ooh, woo, what's this? You see a piece of paper with some odd scribbling on it. Something about it fills you with a sense of dread. A nauseating mix of excitement and fear. Anxiety? Loss of a sense of self? Strange. You stuff the piece of paper in your pocket. Once it is out of your line of sight, so is the feeling of anxiety. So, yeah, voice in my head is telling me to check the unsettling page. That's what we're gonna do, baby. Because guess what? I already have anxiety. Okay. You investigate the dirtied and crumbled piece of paper. Something about it fills you with an overwhelming amount of melancholic excitement. Okay. Emotions akin to that of feeling powered, energetic, desirable, and yet hollow, broken. There are no words on the scrap but that symbol. That must be sin, my guy. It gives you a headache. Of course it would. Okay, so we checked the south. That's where we found that one. We're gonna go east. Ah yes, east. Easton's original namesake because of the 10-mile long road that only went in one direction. East. The once busy road that led to the heart of Easton was now barely more than a dirt path covered in shrubs and small bushes. And I said I wasn't gonna play one of the main three's routes, but you know, if we get to the point of finishing the MC's route and there's more time left, we can maybe start Sonic or Silver or Shadow. The closest thing to a downtown section this little area had, it's just a row of shops now all locked and boarded up, or broken into. Several large windows are cracked or completely missing. There's nothing more to loot but spiders and dust. It was a strange feeling to be in the footsteps of so many lives now long forgotten, and not knowing what became of the people who once spent their lives here.
I could have sworn I was here for more than 6 hours. Why is it still sunset?
You become distracted from your pointless thoughts as you see a piece of paper waft in the breeze. It stops at your feet.
Huh?
You pick up a scrap of paper with an odd hieroglyph on it. Something about this piece of paper fills you with an indescribable urge to control things. That silo. Make peace with? Settle out of control fires? Neatly, you fold the paper and place it in your pocket. You head back to the center of the town.
Something is telling me there is more to this town. Check out the ripped page.
That's what we're gonna do, bro. That's what we're gonna do. This page is a soft, bright blue color, something similar to aqua. From what you can decipher, the title reads Youngest. I knew it was Silo, bro. There are hieroglyphs of what appears to be an upside-down triangle scribbled on it. Was this an alchemical page? The elemental symbol for water is an upside-down triangle. A symbol similar to the Nabla? I probably butchered the hell out of that. Looking at the symbol gives you a feeling of yearning, wanting to control things that you may or may not have power over. What an odd piece of paper. Yeah, I know, there's a way out. We go back and then we go to the last place we haven't checked, which is west. You remember the once bustling town square in the West End. There had to be people somewhere in the heart of Easton, right? This part of the town looks a little less decrepit, although that's not saying much. You see the sunset right behind the old chapel. It looks quite beautiful, or perhaps ominous. The doors... I just looked up, and there's a little Sonic at the top of the church, in the main middle. The doors are locked, so you can't even enter the little building, even if you tried. Not like Faith can help you here. I love for the fact I've instantly gone with my Rouge voice. Hard to believe that Easton was once a growing community of hundreds of families. Silence had taken the place of the sound of playing children, talking neighbors, and the sounds of a working community. The silence was deafening.
What's that?
There is a torn piece of paper on the ground with an unknown mark on it. Simply looking at this page fills you with a sense of lukewarm kindness. It was in front of the chapel, so it isn't a surprise that you feel such a... It was spelled as away, as in like going away. I think there was meant to be a space in between A and way. Oof. However, it also radiates an intense burning of desire. The cause of such an intense flame that is lit in your soul is unknown. Could it be from the paper? You gingerly place the paper in your pocket. Giving a heavy sigh as the harsh burning desire leaves you, you make your way to where you began.
A voice in my head is telling me to look at the paper.
Where's the red one? This would be Celios.
Taking the piece of paper out, you are filled with an intense rush of warmth, almost as if the paper itself burns with something. It doesn't hurt, but it leaves a searing sensation in your palm. There are scribblings of some sort of red symbol, similar to the letter K, but flipped on its side. The title can barely be made out, almost as if embers have eaten most of it away. It reads, Middle. There are disjointed words that have been burned or scratched off by an unknown source. That is all you're able to make of the scrap. Something is telling, I wonder if there's a way out. You stand in the rich ember glow of the sun as it sets. We return. Because we looked at all the pages.
Looks like that's it.
The book in your hands glows with a strange, otherworldly aura. Suddenly, you see very slight indents of letters on the cover, just above the hieroglyphs.
Bro.
The title must be that word
That I can't help to try and decipher.
You feel an urge to open it. It might be stupidity or morbid curiosity, or both. You don't seem to remember any of these pages. Or the book. Wait, were those pages related to the book? Well, maybe we should see what's up with this strange piece of literature. The first page is labeled Eldest.
History lesson, boys. Lesson. Listen.
He who is responsible for the transfer of energy, the dance of the golden rays of his sunlight. Glory be to the gods. Take solace into he who creates, for we are his children, and we sing to the heavens in praise. Glory be to the gods. He does not create without reason, for we are here by his grace and majesty. Glory be to the gods. He influences us to be the vast versions of ourselves, shout his name like the very sun he rises in the morn. Glory be to our God, glory to the eldest of his brothers, Hephis. The second page is labeled Middle. He who is responsible for life, the very air and molecules that make up our mortal bodies. Glory be to the gods. The one who hails over creativity, planting the seeds of what will become the next generation. Glory be to the gods. He who sees us all as his own, the epitome of the tranquility of mortality. Glory be to the gods. He who holds his arms out to us, the writer of human emotion, and all that encompasses us. Glory be to our God. Glory to the middle child of the brothers, Celios. Xalo! The third page is labeled Youngest, he who controls the flow of time, the one whose power lays beyond ours. Glory be to the gods. He who holds the air on our planet, the water flow, the earth's entangled as nature reigns. Glory be to the gods. The one who ties his brother's powers to our realm, the holder of celestial bodies. Glory be to the gods. Control flows ever onward, like the waters of time. And abitted by the force or pull, I probably said that wrong, moving in tandem with him. Glory be to our God, glory to the youngest child of the brothers, Xylo. This page unsettles you greatly. It almost feels as if the book is squeezing your brain tightly.
I'm saving.
The last page is labeled Sin.
I can read this. This is backwards, by the way. I believe it's bottom and then up. My being
screams as sin burns that which is everything. How could you? The tainted power. How could you do that? What made you? It was sin. Oh dear God. Sin is perfect. I will make everything perfect. 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 I think P. Ter. I don't think that one's word, if I remember. This is from, what's her name? Shoot. I know it's from, like, issue, it's the echidna chick from issue 12, I believe. No, it's not 12. It's 11, where Shadow literally obliterates her. Which would be... I think she introduces herself in issue 10, but I'm not sure. But it starts with an M, if I remember correctly. Okay, sin is perfect. Okay, yeah. Sin is perfect, sin is perfect, sin is perfect, sin is perfect, sin is perfect. Okay. An eternity ago, I was met with a rebellious member of the family. I believe they were responding to my challenges as I no longer had believed in the tall structures they had worshipped. They had tried trapping me inside the ground, hoping my chatter will slow, that I will rot away and die. Amazing how I can read this backwards. The mere seconds. Yeah. The mere seconds I had welcomed the offer, everything screamed, the world had turned, everything was nothing, and everything was color without color, and pain so grand it was like being torn apart and set on fire. Memories are washed. Identity is confused. The hidden I think it's aminosities, but I could be wrong. And thoughts become my dominant, my everything. When it was done, I had awakened to new senses. I could see through his eyes, and now understood more than I ever could have as a meek, I think it's meekly mortal. I distinctly remember, though a small voice, one that was not his. It was screaming, confused, and small. Seeds of doubt, his presence, however, had silenced the small voice over time. Hello, Christy. I am playing The Lover of Me, which is a playoff game of The Murder of Me made by Gigi on DA. That much more awake, and his power that much stronger, and then the time had come. The time when God walked the universe, when I have finished the final sacrifices, the existence, I think that's existence, held its breath for His Majesty. The planets, the planet's weather parted for him. The air itself turned cold. Energy was everywhere. I don't know if that one. THR. Hang on. Threatening. I can't read. To consume, and then all was silent. Love you. Oh, thank you. Scion, bright light orbs, focusing on nothing. The eyes themselves had glowed more brightly than my own. The Scion eyes, interrupted by a slim, snake-like pupil. The pupil I think that's itself. Yeah, itself was almost lost in the bright beauty his eyes. It seemed that the eyes themselves sparkled on its own. It was like looking to a moving bright star. This is hard to read backwards, by the way. But this is that Solus Echidna's, not Knuckles but the female one's, backstory, which is on DeviantArt, but I'm reading it backwards anyway. Darkness, empty, vomit inducing, scattered, shattered, so much. It was too much, but it was not enough. It was not enough. Everything needed to be fixed, but it was not enough. Consume, absorb, deplete, devour, dominate, be one. All needs to be one, needs to be nothing. Boredom needs to be. My symbol had changed. A mark that crawled, I think that is an L, crawled on my arm. It burned like 1,000 stars. Immeasurable amounts of pain and energy. Chain. C H A N N. Oh, it's channeled. Channeled thoughts. This symbol, it was just at this moment I had realized the point of this symbol. And you can see Xylo's eyes coming in. Why was God asleep in the first place? Did something put him to sleep? The mayor thought that anything could overpower something like God caused me to erupt in